So today I'm on my way to Lake Forest, which is about an hour outside of Chicago, up the North Shore, and I'm going to an afternoon tea, a holiday afternoon tea, because duh, right? I've actually never been to this one before. It is at the Deer Path Inn, which is a hotel. I've been to the Deer Path Inn a couple times for lunch and dinner and brunch even, and it's really sweet there. I believe it's kind of got like an English cottage kind of feel, I guess would be the closest thing to say. It's got like a pub in the basement that's actually it's really good food. I have looked at the menu beforehand, so I do think that there is going to be some goodies there, and we'll see how this goes. After this, I have two more teas, one at one at the Langham Hotel in downtown Chicago, and the other one at London House in Chicago. I've already been to the Drake, so maybe at the end I will compare all of them and see how they rank. Let's go have some fun, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get a black tea today. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a very good tea time. So the property itself has a couple different restaurants, but the tea was actually in the English room, and within that there are two separate rooms. We were actually seated in the front room right next to the tree. So if you go over the menu, you can see that they have quite a few teas. I particularly really liked their tea section. I had their signature blend, the 1929, and my guest had the milky oolong. I thought both were very nice, although I did actually end up preferring the milky oolong. I thought it was very refreshing.
I'll look tonight.
As you can see, you get quite a few sandwiches. One that I noticed that was different than a lot of other places was their shrimp salad. I typically don't see shrimp salad at a lot of tea places, so that was really fun to see on the menu. I tried everything except the roast beef, but I just personally don't really care for roast beef, and I don't eat red meat, so that was a no-go for me. So these little quiches were another standout for me. I particularly liked the one that had goat cheese in it, but I also just really like goat cheese. That the cucumber sandwiches were cut really cute. They were cut like a little Christmas tree, so very, very festive. Although I would have liked just like a pinch more of cream cheese. Ambiance of Deer Path Inn is very nice. There are a lot of dim lights. At least it was at this time of day we went. Our time was at 3 o'clock, so that's also probably why it's the middle of December. Of course, it's going to get darker later in the evening. I will say that there were quite a few children here, and some of them were not so happy to be there, and so that did kind of affect the noise level volume, if that is a concern for you. It isn't as loud as other teas I've been to, particularly at the Drake. They did send you home with a tea. I'm not sure if they just sent everyone home with a signature blend or if it was dependent on like what you actually ended up getting. I am very interested in going back to Deer Path Inn for their regular tea, so not during the holiday season, and giving that a try. To the back is Brandon Blackwood. This is vintage from the Real. I can't remember the designer. The knit, this is from J. Crew. I do have it embroidered. This is very old from Eloquii. The tights are sheer tex, and then my shoes are Louboutin, and then I just have some random jewelry that's vintage. After leaving, we decided to drive around a little bit and ended up going to their kind of little downtown area. Listen, I love to browse. I love to wander around a store, so anytime that I can, you will see me doing that. I only stopped at a couple stores though. First I popped into Tablets because I was very intrigued by this cute little dog sweater that was outside the window. I thought it was really cute. Also, just FYI, Tablets does have extended sizes and they do carry some sizes in store for select items. Although I will say that over the years, I think their quality has gone down and it's not quite what it used to be. After that, I headed to another favorite store, Williams-Sonoma, because I guess I'm a woman in her 30s and this is what I like to do. Fell in love with these cute little Christmas plates. Like, how sweet are these? I actually love plates. Like, I love little plates especially. I think that they're so cute. There's another one that's like a Christmas tree in here that I thought was really fun, but I will say that I think that you can get a lot of really good vintage tableware settings on like eBay or at estate sales or something like that. So I personally, while I love to look at them in store, don't necessarily like to buy anything new because I just think that there is so much already out there. I'd rather bring that in. Obviously, I would say do a quick lead swatch on it, especially if it is an older plate, but you know, there's plenty of magic out there to find. Got back from the Deer Path Inn, and all in all, it was like, honestly, I think maybe I had a little bit too high of an expectation going into it, and that's on me. I think that like I was maybe overhyping it in my head, even though I had never been. If I could give it a rating, I would personally give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I think the tea selection was very strong. I actually think that that was one of their best things. They had a number of teas. I ended up going with their signature tea, and I did think it was really nice. I did it with some sugar, I did it without, and I liked it both ways. So, you know, my partner's tea, I forget what they had, but it was really good. I think it was like a milky oolong, and that was really nice. I thought that it was like refreshing and milky, but not like, not in a weird way. Like not like I'm drinking a glass of milk, you know what I mean? It was light, it was refreshing, it was really nice. The food was just okay. I was really kind of not too pleased with the sweets, if I'm being honest. They felt like they were very catered to children, and that's great, but I'm like not a child, and maybe like I didn't get the memo and this tea is more catered to children, and I just like assumed incorrectly, which could be me, and that's fine. I felt like a lot of the things on there kind of just like didn't feel signature or special or particularly unique. They had a cute little Santa chocolate, which was cute, but that kind of felt like something that you would generically buy and wasn't like, in my opinion, very high of a quality of chocolate, which again, hey, if that's your thing, I think that's amazing. I think it's cute, but I didn't think that it belonged there. The sandwiches were fine. Nothing to write home about, except I did really like the salmon, like the little salmon roll. I thought that that was very, very good. It wasn't the best cucumber sandwich I've ever had, and I love cucumber sandwiches. They, for some reason, are my favorite. I don't know why, but I really like them. And I will say that the staff at the Deer Path Inn are incredibly kind, incredibly friendly, and I think do genuinely care about what they're presenting and care about hospitality and care about the experience of people that are there, whether it's visiting for just a day or an evening or staying longer. I really, really do appreciate all of their service and the effort that they put into making these kinds of experiences happen and these memories happen for people, because it's still very special. Like, either way you want to slice it up, it is still very special, especially if you're doing something during the holidays. You want to feel memorable, and I really, really value that the staff does care about that. Where the points come off was the food. They don't offer a second plate of sandwiches or scones. In fact, they only had one scone per person, which kind of, I didn't like. Honestly, the scone was the best thing on there. It was a cranberry scone. It was so good, especially with the raspberry preserve and the lemon curd, and the scones were fresh, very, very fresh. Now, thanks so much for joining me today at Deer Path Inn. I had a lovely time. If there is something that you would like to see on this channel, please feel free to leave a kind comment or reach out to me or anything. I thank you so much for joining me, and let's go have some more tea later. I think we've got a couple more coming up that I'm really excited about.